Before the video starts, make sure you follow our socials in the description and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Welcome back to this offbeat review where today I'm talking about Pendulum's latest tour show in Manchester at Victoria Warehouse on night 2 of their UK tour. I've also got plenty of live videos that I will be putting in the middle of videos for you to see as well. Now, Pendulum. They have been a band that I've been waiting to see for years. I have seen a DJ set from Pendulum before, but I've never seen them as the full band. And wow, did they not disappoint. Overall, the night was class, from the support acts to, obviously, the main show with Pendulum, just the set list in general as well. The whole night just flowed excellently. I will touch on it as we do go through the review, but overall, if you get a chance to see Pendulum, make sure you don't miss out. I'm going to start with the venue with Victoria Warehouse, which is surprisingly growing on me nowadays. I have been very vocal in the past on my sort of disdain for Victoria Warehouse, mainly only because of the location. I live on the other side of Manchester and it is a bit of a nightmare for me to get there. But the sound in that venue is unbelievable. It's so good every gig that I do go to. Also, unlike the arena, the queue times for a drink is barely minimal. So moving on to the supports. Opening, they had Shock1, who is an Australian drum and bass DJ that I hadn't heard of prior. Now, Shock1 is one of Gareth and Rob's best friends from school, and you can tell, like, the set that he performed was just the perfect opening set. He didn't play too many sort of like mainstream songs. You can probably guess the drum and bass songs that he put in there to get the crowd going. Mackie G, looking at you. But overall, he played a great opening set where he got the crowd going. He played multiple genres, which I really liked as well. From dubstep to neuro to hardstyle, the set had a bit of everything for everybody. I know what you're thinking. You don't look like a dubstep fan. Fair enough. I don't ride around on a skateboard like most of the people, but I do like the odd dubstep tune. I think they really do bring out a set, especially in a drum and bass set. The two genres just go hand in hand for me. It was also an absolute ADHD dream. It was full of just double drops, left, right and centre. A lot of quick mixing as well, which really sort of kept the crowd on their toes. Especially when it was on a Monday night as well. A Monday night gig can be so hard to play when practically everybody in there has been at work, and it was quite an older audience as well. So everybody had been in work for a day. Everybody's probably knackered. And he really sort of got the crowd going, ready for the main support. Now, for the main support, it was Scarlord, or I think that's how you say his name. Now, Scarlord is quite possibly the most unique act I've ever seen live. Now, prior to the gig, I have him described to me as a metal trap rapper from Birmingham. Yes, I know, I didn't know what to expect either. But he was amazing live. So with Scarlord, he was at the back of the stage providing the vocals, and he had a DJ at the front of the stage for him. And Jesus Christ, he brought energy throughout the set. He was very much a visual artist with sort of visuals and graphics throughout his set. He was just throwing out different genres as well. There was a bit of dubstep that came on at one point where you could just see him and the DJ having a great time on stage, obviously just playing the songs that they love to play. Unfortunately, there was no videos that I got from his set just because of how engrossed I was in it. It is unlike anything that I've ever seen before. I would strongly recommend you to go and see Scarlord if you get a chance. There is no artist in the world that I know of that can do what he does. Can I also say, metal rappers, I'm now into it. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about Pendulum here, then I'm going to slide in my videos ready for you to see. First of all, I wanted to talk about the crowd, who were amazing. Probably one of the best crowds that I've been a part of in a while. As I said at the start of the review, it was a very much an older sort of audience, probably between around about sort of like 25 to maybe sort of like mid-40s. And the set had something for everybody, which was always great to see. Now, with the crowd as well, everybody knew the words and was singing along, which was great. I've also seen countless TikToks from across the country on their tour as well. It's amazing how much of a hardcore fan base that Pendulum have. At certain points, you could hear the crowd over the music. I'm going to slide in my videos right now for you to see exactly what I mean. Coming from you, she's a gunshot bride. These are triggered cries. I just wonder what we've gotten ourselves into. In the trail of fire, I know we will be free again. In the end, we will be one. In the trail of fire, I'm looking for you, bury me. Then you sigh, it's all the soul. Now, how often do you see a band whose crowd are louder than themselves? Some people publicly come out and say they just want to hear the band and they don't want to hear the crowd singing. I'm completely opposite. The crowd always brings the gig alive, especially when you've got such a hardcore fan base like Pendulum. And for me, it was probably my favourite thing of the gig overall. As you can see by my videos, I did manage to get the mix that is going all over TikTok and Twitter at the moment in time. So Pendulum did mix Blood Sugar into Baladan into Voodoo People, and it went off. I think a lot of people did do their research as well, because there was a lot of phones in the air ready to film it. I did myself, and I didn't want to miss that moment for you to view at home as well. Bearing in mind that this is a band playing live, albeit some of them are playing on electronic instruments, the mixing and the playing of the songs were just unbelievable. So with the set list, it was a big mix of the classics and also with the new ones as well. Now they open with Napalm, which I believe is a new song, and it was very, very good, high energy to get going. So with the set list, it seemed to go from classic to new, to classic to new, to classic to new, especially in the first sort of 45 minutes of the set, which flowed really well. Now my pick of the set list has to be The Island, which was slap bang right in the middle of the set list, exactly where I think it should be. I am a bit biased. This is my favourite Pendulum song. It has been my favourite Pendulum song for the past sort of 5-6 years. It is an absolute banger. I love the song in its entirety, and the fact that they played it from start to finish as well is something that I love, because a lot of the times when you do see these sort of bands and these drum and bass artists, they cut songs short and I hate it. Whereas for Pendulum, they played a full song through and I was screaming every last word, which even resulted in the people in front of me turning around and looking at me like I had 9 heads. Apologies for that, but I was always going to scream the lyrics to that song. Now, the ending of the gig, the last 5 songs, just wait for me to reel them off. They went from Witchcraft to Self vs. Self to Tarantula to Watercolour, and then they had an encore. What other band has banger after banger to end the show like that? As you can expect, Tarantula got the biggest crowd reaction of the night, where everybody was just arm in arm singing away. Now, a couple points to end on, which I suppose are nitpicking, to be honest with you. For me, ending on The Tempest was a little bit of a weird choice. Don't get me wrong, great song, great tune. I wouldn't have taken it out the set list. I'd have probably more slid it towards the middle of the gig. But to have it as a closer, I thought was slightly odd. Obviously, that is just my personal opinion more than anything. It worked. The crowd still loved it. But for me, I would have just probably slid it in the middle of the gig. And finally, why wasn't it at Manchester Arena? Don't get me wrong, as I said at the start of the gig, I loved having no queues for a drink, no queues for toilet, easy getting in, getting out. But I've seen videos from the other nights on the tour where they're in the arenas. Like, for example, in Leeds, Birmingham, London, Glasgow, they're all in arenas. So why are you not doing an arena in Manchester? I would be shocked if he didn't sell it out. Even if they only sold out just the bottom tier and have the top close, like I think Prodigy did, it still would have been so great just because of the sound in the arena is unlike anything else in music. Maybe it was due to availability, maybe it was due to it being a Monday night and they were scared about ticket sales, but they sold out Victoria Warehouse and I would have been confident on them possibly pushing towards a sellout of Manchester Arena. Again, it is just more of a personal sort of jealous thing where I wish I could have had that moment in the arena like them people did in Birmingham, Leeds, London and Glasgow. The main reason for me wanting it to be in the arena was just for the lighting and the graphics that they had. I felt like it needed to be in an arena rather than at Victoria Warehouse. Obviously the set was designed with having arenas in mind because of all the shows that they are doing in different cities. But for me, I just wanted it at Manchester Arena. For me, it would have made the gig from a 10 out of 10 to an 11 out of 10. It would have been so special. So finally, just to end on a point that I made at the start of the video, I've been waiting for years to see Pendulum live and it certainly lived up to my expectations. Will I see them again? 1,000,000%. So this is just my plea to you. If you ever get a chance to see Pendulum, whether that is at a festival, whether it's at a live solo show, please make sure you go and let me know your experiences there because I'm sure every gig is spectacular. And if you have liked this review, please do check out my past content. I am predominantly a podcast channel, but I've also done plenty of gig reviews over the past year. And if you do like what you see, please do like, comment and subscribe. If you want to see me at certain gigs, let me know and I'll try and do a review for you. And if you've also seen Pendulum on their UK tour and you have any videos, please, please, please share them with me. Send them to me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever you want to do. All the links are in the description and will be popping up on the screen right now. But please do share them with me. I love watching gig videos. Any stories you've got from a Pendulum gig as well, please do leave them in a comment so I can read them. And if you are listening on Spotify, please do give me a 5-star review. It really helps to push this podcast and push this content out to as many people as possible. And I shall see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.